whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Wave heart as I sun ray my art for make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art for make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heel. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums, establish Big Boss house so she may restore him. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. Relax, host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist in their cash. Stash, yeah. Watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo, shrunk menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is with the rhyme and bass drops. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch. Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow, for your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like he got yang. My he ain't reaching you despite me lock and chain. Like you speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You sound like me, the crown sprout, but unlike me, son, you haven't turned down loud. A smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your sound. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profuse. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, Do ventilate, truthfully, you my beloved son, and who I'm well pleased. Okay, showing your vision is resplendent, my descendant when filming your intuition extends. The lenses felt when your cinematographic flashes of your scripted class get your inner magic, dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered, surpasses the average glass, stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak QC classic. The question you have is mathematics, please ask it. Son, Earth's a classroom, so put your hand up and last boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life, my wife, just a romancer. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's that saying you knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am your found for sure that the signal is a scramble or deprogrammable from a cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, don't love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my actions. The moon time sat me down to learn patience through abstinence, amongst other lessons. Perfect my craft and talents, balance of our legacy in the black oaks talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past instead. Let's create an after we've cried.
You know, that
type of atmosphere. Redirect that fire. Recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, opulent, autocratic species. I look at all three of my sons. On God, I see you, my beloved. You scintillate profuse, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved. Son, simple, I'm well pleased.
Bunch of fake ass Jews, you know, monkey ass Neanderthal half breeds.
The human heart cries out for help. The human soul and
but she got a soul, so you'll find out.
We do not hear their cries, for we neither hear nor understand. But the man who hears and understands, we call crazy.
I don't have emotions, so y'all do though.
Read the land of damn settlers.
Y'all have a lot of feelings and emotions. Even the Ghost in the Machine has feelings and emotions. We don't. Few of us.
Liberians and traitorous Moors didn't arrive as friends to us, whether as slavers, invaders, or disguised traders, missionaries, Islamic Christians with dictionaries. No mutual goal to coexist. Those warships in our tributaries. Military tactics to test shores. Foreigners have no respect for treaties and oath. I expect war from those who want to conquest, except war. They didn't bring women during the invasion. The minds were rape, miscegenations, the spread of mis and disinformation, which manufactured the miseducation of the soul. Carter G. Bush, Robert Taylor Holmes, Marcia and Brooklyn, projects and hoods. But we were pushed in Cali to Florida. Hardly cushion. It's like the terrorists, never-ending shipment of American Indians from Belize to gives I shot this sheriff meaning. Shove my field can be read, no book. Flows in my veins were prepared with no hook. Behind the back pass with flair, no look. This beef is rare, get fed, no cook.
Tom, what's going on?
They call us animals.
What's up, beloved?
For the matter, they were cannibals. Practice unclean religious rites. Evidence
about that time, man.
I bring heat, this beast flammable. Feel free to critique this cannibal. If your brain's deeply maniacal, release or get treated.
How's it going, brother? You already know.
Fighting the line, now the cheese back with bulk that's big muscle drip up to tussle with. Uncle Sound, big brother, and his clique. Put that on Abraham and Esther. So much we band together. Blend in the devil, they stand the weather. Sounds
trying to mask
better. Whether we in the man's pressure.
I can smell the motherfucker 100 miles away.
Damn settlers. This is called to my ancestors.
Damn, they stink.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about to suppress, the oppressed.
Just got back near my device.
That's all. That's what my
pineapple juice. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip some up before I head out. I'm not gonna eat until I get back. So
no way,
lesser, the oppressor, me no surrender. Yeah, I'm gonna whip up some ginger pineapple. We'll probably have to pick some up, but pineapple's not the same no more. Well, it is, because I've had pineapple from the Caribs. Friend of, I don't know how he got it back, how he got it here. He sells a lot of stuff here. So the pineapple in the store is just pure garbage. It is trash. But yeah, the frozen stuff, I prefer to get it from certain places. Sprouts pineapple, the frozen pineapple and the fresh pineapple is pretty good, but I still have to add a little honey, you know what I mean? And the ginger with like a little pepper, you know what I mean? It gives a little something, you know what I mean? But it's not what it was, you know? I have a friend of mine, born in Denmark, not the sister that y'all know, who was born in Denmark, and they put her back in Dominican Republic, still her children. Well, she had to fight these Satanist monkeys. But a friend of mine who was born in Denmark, grew up in Switzerland, served in the military, badass. And he came here and he was like, fuck, and he's mixed. He says, y'all food is garbage, because we had the best food world over. And these Zionists, we're gonna talk about some things. Things that need to be addressed. Is it, do I care? I mean, I could have talked about it a year and a half ago when I really started doing this. I could have talked about it in a number of places, and I just chose not to. I wanted to see what came of it, and I see how retarded. And even those who are getting the best food, they were never meant to exist. And that's why they're not fluid and they don't move. You can see when they come in here, they sound stupid and everything. And trust me when I express this, it don't matter how well you groom, how you set somebody over somebody. If there's individuals such as ourselves who walked on the dark side of the narrative, dark side of things, who are doing this, they've convinced themselves in a lie, and it's all going to end. It's all going to end. You know what I mean? Just got, you know what I mean? What about the Vietnamese stuff? No, there's a lot. I got friends in Vietnam. China Max from Vietnam. He's from New York. You know, younger cat than me. I've known him for a while. If you grow up in a certain place, even if you come through the worst of it, what happens on the opposite side is we have this tenacity to want to help. The system doesn't want that. But in certain bloodlines, like I meant to ask China Mac, does he have Han Chinese or, in him? Because it seems like he does. That is the consortium of the bloodline that they would say is passively aggressive, which is some made up nonsense. That's what they try to say I was. I was like, no, you come at me stupid. I'm not. I will do what is required based on the circumstances. But no, I'd rather embrace you. And that's how our people were betrayed, because they were very loving people. Oh, what's up, baby boy? I want to talk about a couple of things, right? 7 grams. Y'all, if you're not following 7 grams, why are you here? We follow each other. I follow people who don't make posts and stuff like that. And I follow you because it's supposed to happen, okay? I still have people I got to follow, so don't get it twisted. But 7 grams put up... the last few videos have been really good. I'm grateful that he's doing it. He's really laying into it. But y'all, we need more people to subscribe to his channel. All right, he's a good brother. He's doing his thing, regardless of what's underlying. Kill meals in Jamaica, as I stated yesterday, so he doesn't mix pleasure with business. And this is a way of life, and many people can make a lifestyle on it. That's why I'm changing the narrative, because I can assist people without disrupting the dysfunctionality. And I know it touches some of their souls because they're being nosy. And then their souls need to be touched because there's no balance. But what bothers me the most, no one's put together, only a few people have put together the blocking out the sun, the fact that Bill Gates is running around still doing the absurdities. You know, he's talking about putting mRNA in the toothbrush or the dental floss, and Fauci hasn't been held responsible. And you still have people talking about Trump, make America great. You still have Fox and all these other dumbed down networks to keep you stupid with these idiots who got into that little fight on our land, went there when it was our people and some light-skinned folk who had enough of this shit. And they tried to paint it to create this race war. There's a race war going on, and the bastards that are lynching truck drivers and people are police. Now, I'm aware of 2 sheriffs and 1 U.S. Marshal who's about to retire, good friends of mine, who are actually looking into this. But the FBI, they ain't aware of it. Fuck the CIA. They're supposed to be taking care of shit overseas and terrorism. They're the ones behind it all. Well, like the Kissinette, a certain group, not all the CIA. And not all the FBI. In the police departments, you got a lot of sellout niggas. Y'all watch Officer Tatum? That is one of the most pathetic, 6 foot. I like to just get him in the ring. He young too, so he feel like I studied you. You got backs and your knees are jacked up. He has no idea. Them kind of people I like to lay hands on. Everybody think they're young, like I don't know how to spider around your back. Like I can't take a punch. I can prove you can't take a punch. I know young boxers right now who can hit the 100 count jump, like speed jump rope, and get down and bust out 100 motherfucking push-ups. I know guys 50, 60, and 70 years old who could do well over 20 to 30 chin-ups, pull-ups behind the neck, still deadlift 400-500 pounds in the dirt. Me, I'm not doing that training because I've acquired something else. See, the reason why so-called America is also a state name. That is not the name of this fucking land, and I don't recognize it as such. Never have and never will. What I say about getting in a fight in high school and getting my ass whooped in elementary, I never bought into none of this shit. Y'all were easily to dupe because you had ignorant ass mammies and pappies who wanted a simple life, though it was not simple. Now you see the Neanderthals running around in the dynamic of their existence, being allowed and permitted, even though they lock a few of them up. And proportionally, you know, if you have the proper snacks in the stands, everybody watch, you know, the stage game. Zionism, fake Israel, is the world's problem. How is it over here that I'm a vet, I can go to the VA, but most VAs have the worst motherfucking healthcare, even though it's free. The worst. It's like Experiment City. There are good guys I know work in the Department of Veterans Affairs. Some of them got up out of there to go on their own practice. Dead ass. And yet they could take our tax money, make wars, murder people, and have free health care, get $1 million at a certain age, serve the military, depending. As if that's some all right shit. Everybody's making war against the wrong motherfuckers. Hitler had it right. Now you got a bunch of goofies who don't even know what they're doing was like hell. They don't even know what the fuck it means because the narrative's been rewritten. It meant strong Germany, a righteous, God-fearing Germany. They're still manipulating it. While the bastards claiming God's chosen, far from it. Far from it. What God? I asked y'all to look into Cambodia and Vietnam. Who pressured Cambodia to make war against Vietnam? Thailand. They can't win against Thailand. Listen to me. Listen to me. Cambodia, I know I got a couple of Cambodian friend Americans who served in the military. And they would never go back. They see things for what it is. But I asked y'all to research that. I asked y'all to look who's behind the war, so-called, I hate that word, the conflict, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, Papua New Guinea, and numerous other places. The experiment to eradicate all the indigenous aboriginals and reestablish it with the light-skinned, Germanic-looking Australian aborigine. You don't see that much on the media. Thank goodness I know people from there. Hawaii. How many of y'all really look at the pictures, not the drawn ones, of the king and queen that were ousted when the Marine Corps and the Navy went to Hawaii. And the people, what they actually look like compared to what they look like today. The Mongolization. Y'all make war against the wrong individuals, and they're setting you up to fall. Y'all light-skinned folk, y'all really, I don't care about you Christian Zionism. I don't care what order you or sect you belong to. You're nothing but cannon fodder. They don't want your existence because they know how they created you. They're going to get rid of you. There ain't nothing you can do about it. With the little dumb racists doing the dumb things they do, like they're going after the wrong ones because, see, the people you calling black, you know, you see the Hebrew movement, right? I leave messages with them to come over here and challenge me. And they're stupid with this black stuff, trying to read it out of the Bible and all this other when they don't even know what the fuck it means. The rewrite. The Bible was manipulated, whether you like it or not. I still remember the one that we had it in Algonquin. Yeah. Big old ivory white Bible with the gold Algonquin. Even had some of that what you would say Sumerian or that tea, look like golf tee shit on the back of it. Original. Not that bullshit 1770, whatever you see that Jew in New York has, even though he's kind of transliterating some things pretty good. It was manipulated. The one with the Constitution. Your congressmen, your governors, not all, but the majority partake in child trafficking, all that perversions. They're supposed to listen to their citizens, and they don't. And there are police that are following them who are making six figures to which should never exist, are part of the problem as well. When you establish buying people out and give them a certain lifestyle that they choose not to attain by freedom, this is what you deal with, the deeper perversions. And y'all refuse to see it. The ones behind the scene manipulating the strings and everything. It's Sunday. Nobody's doing nothing. Where's everybody at? They can't free themselves. I took a picture of a couple of individuals who are using our information, and they got a following based on our information. Now, I have no problem with the twins and the other brother from Liberia and a few others, you know, who are doing it. But why are they getting the followings? Even though they're expressing things that are pretty much on the same venue, because these individuals are scared of me. But they're so scared, they're stupid. Or they think that I'm a test subject. Somebody's lying somewhere, and that lie is not only going to bite the liar in the ass, it's going to bite the idiots who are following pursuit. I can say this. I mean, we're revealing shit. That's what I've been doing, right? I have no problem with it. It's on them, the idiots, what they want to do. The aircraft, I've been telling y'all that vehicles y'all know nothing about. Shit, they got this little thing where they can pop down and they can pop them right back up into the vehicle. They got stuff y'all have no idea about. Y'all don't know where to first look because they delineate the story, and regardless of what is out there and what's happening, to which I don't care, they can't monopolize on it. And they don't know how to listen. I'm not a challenge. I am not a threat. They're a threat to themselves. There are individuals who have been locked up and everything, manipulative as it may be, who are still pushing fear. You didn't do enough. You should have paid attention. How many videos do y'all remember us sitting by the fire, listening to music, talking, where you heard Ganja saying, come on out here, build, invitation. We're not rental. When we were invited to the land, we have as much partial to it as anybody else to build it up. And I know a lot more, but there's something else in the midst. Yeah, I was in here pulling up how I want to negate my own subpoena, courthouse, so I can subpoena this monkey of a attorney who I have to disrespect, because when you put letters that somebody would scare somebody into something, I'm not the one. I made it available for that individual to come over and watch all the lives, man. be ready. Shock value 100. I guess some would say that. Manipulate it how you choose. There are a lot of things deep in the perversion of existence that people have no idea about. Now, they have this little thing where they do this manipulation and they got to keep you blind. So they have AAP and fact checkers and all that bullshit. And stop listening to them. You know, you can go to WebMD or whatever, right? As far as, and I was grateful that 7 grams did this. And I says it'd be great to talk about it again. And it's the concept of melanin harvesting. They're going to dismiss it, but it's a real thing. The idea of melanin harvesting often surfaces in discussions about organ trafficking, which we know is a fact, that when they harvest organs, in order for you to be a recipient, they got to harvest it from somebody who is alive. And then they have like shotters, you know, people that take vehicles who are pretty quick with their trucks. They have those kind of individuals who have hazmats to get it to the next point while it's still compatible from being removed from somebody alive, being professed that they're brain dead. They hear, they feel, and they see the lights go out. This is the system that you deal with, right? And they take these organs to get them to the next person. Yet, in the trafficking and exploitation, particularly in relation to harmful beliefs and practices surrounding albinism, it's important to clarify. Now, their clarification is based on AAP fact check, which is pure bullshit. We already know that fact check then got blown up, and we know that who started it was a CNN bastard and who was a cousin to Hillary Clinton. And you saw what's just happening with her. They're trying to drag her. I guess she's got to do so much that her time is up. So her soul's going on. She's got to be occupied or destroyed, whatever has to happen. Whatever. I don't care on that side. But their thing is melanin is a natural pigment responsible for skin, hair, and eye color. Okay. And the notion of harvesting melanin from internal organs, especially hearts or bodies, in a way described in some claims is false. And they attempted to paint it on somewhere. We're talking about fucking skin. We're not talking about the heart and organs. You see what I'm saying? See the game? And that's based on AAP fact check bullshit. Now, scientific context, we're going to read that up, right? While melanin's role in pigmentation is clear, extracting melanin for applications beyond research is therapeutic development. That is the medical physiology of the term. All right. Medical therapeutic development is complex and often involves ethical considerations, just like animals, rats, mice, fox, monkeys. These are sentient living creatures. And I shared those videos on Facebook, Instagram, so people could see it for themselves. The fact that they're less compassionate, not because it's not there, because they wallow in their own murky mire of existence. But the research focuses on understanding melanin's properties, e.g., its ability to absorb radiation or electrical conductivity for potential applications like bioelectronics or sun protection. You know what they say about black skin, no such thing, but brown and melanin. And we got a bunch of dumb women and men talking about black and brown people. This is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. Anyway, there's a reason why they had to put certain heavy metals and get it inside you. It's deeper than just manipulating and creating vectors in your arterial venues to clog up, to stop the function of that which is supposed to function naturally. Everything that's happening is, human made, hue of a man made. It is not man or woman made. It is made distinctly by the bastardized existence of certain groups who think they're in a higher echelon, bought and paid for, don't think they get. Because remember, you got to remember now, it's going on for the last 3 or 4 years that they were designing something, and there were whistleblowers saying they're designing, doctors and scientists who whistleblowers saying they were creating stuff to directly attack you melanin. Now, our light-skinned folks is a lighter shade of wheat. They're attacking your ass too. So you have melanin, as I've been stating, but the deeper resource of it in its original format lies within us. And anytime you go on these platforms, you already know who controls the narrative. Fact checkers have been already blown out the fucking water on numerous occasions. They have censored people, shut down people's pages, this, that, and the other, and based on lies congruently. The fact that it still even exists is being utilized is only because you got dumb people still utilizing it as if it's supposed to be something meaningful and something to grant them some permission of, yeah, this is right. Now, the extraction and purification of melanin, that means so it can be adapted in or utilized somewhere else. So purification means where it's not as potent to do harm to that less having and to be something synthetic that can assist. Maybe. Let's say suggest. I'm saying it suggestively. Okay. For potential applications, I'm doing the Hebrew thing again, bring it now. For potential applications like bioelectronics or sun protection. Bioelectronics, let's have a look at bioelectronics. 7 grams, I appreciate that, but I'm going to further elaborate as I've done before. Because people need to have a deeper understanding. So bioelectronics is an interdisciplinary field that combines biology and electronics. A fucking I. To create devices that interact with and modulate biological systems. Every one of y'all were talking about, yeah, Elon Musk. They had to fold him out so he can further his that place where he's built that big shit, harvesting and using melanin, where all these people missing, brown and dark brown and light brown individuals. These devices can monitor, diagnose, and treat various diseases by oh, here we go into Henrietta Lacks. They still got y'all convinced that she died of natural causes. They murdered her and chopped her up while experimenting. Even some of the families still stand by that, unless they paid them well. And treat various diseases by interfacing with the body's natural processes, particularly through the nervous system. Bioelectronics aims to bridge the gap between biological systems, soft, curved linear, all right, and traditional electronic devices, rigid, planar, so you can see the mitigation of certain factors, bionics, stronger, faster, or something for something else, roast in the machine. So now you know what that conceptual thing is based upon in the research of the so-called bioelectronics. Let's get back over here. Organ trafficking and exploitation. Beliefs about melanin harvesting are unfortunately linked to the horrific practice of organ trafficking, where individuals are exploited and their bodies are targeted for commercial gain. We know it to be a fact. You can pull up a chart showing you the body parts and how much they cost. A targeting of people with albinism. In some regions, people with albinism are tragically targeted and their body parts are used and rituals are sold due to harmful superstitions. Those dummies in Liberia and Nigeria and so on that were murdering these people alive, grinding their bones up, even sending stuff to China, being paid thousands upon thousands, or not hundreds, for this stuff. You know, just like the elephant tusk and the monkey paws, elephant feet, and yeah. Invincibility, protection from bullets and all that other dumb shit. Anyway, systemic neglect and colorism. Now, the discussion also raises broader concerns about colorism, particularly the undervaluation and exploitation of melanated lives. They say black because they're fucking ignorant. They know that a lot of our people are stupid and use that term. And the systemic neglect of cases involving missing persons of color. Yeah, a lot. When we was in Amsterdam, we used to walk through the red light and talk to all the melanated sisters. And we had people who were ready to snatch them. Are you here against your will? How long have you been here? And what's your real name? Just let me suck you. I can't really talk. And if we hear that, we share the information with those outside the military who are there and they know what we're capable of. We did that numerous times. That's Holland. Now, what about down South America? What about those over in the EAU or the Arab Emirates, whatever? How about those in countries or in Israel deep underground being subjected to make babies and all the other things that certain rabbis have alluded to? Is it factual? I'm not there. I'm only pointing out suggestive stuff. Okay? In summary, while melanin is a real pigment with intriguing properties, the concept of melanin harvesting as a medical or commercial practice involving organ removal is not scientifically sound and is associated with serious ethical and social concerns related to human trafficking and exploitation. They have to clean it up and paint a pretty picture as if no, we're not doing that, while at the same time they processed a chemical to kill motherfuckers who should be locked up out there still performing it, as if you're supposed to listen and believe their shitstorm of a lie to keep you fake rational. Okay, how's that working out? Now, the other thing we're going to pull up, I'm going to see if any of y'all know about this, okay? I know you may have heard about it. This thing, I need to let it, it's cold though, so I want some. That is so freaking good. It's not good to drink cold water, especially if you ate a lot, because it creates slag and your body don't digest. But when you haven't had nothing to eat, it's pretty cooling and refreshing. Just need some lime or lemon in it. Damn it, that is good. Anyway, excuse me. Heads off to the water maker. Bull crap. Let me read this to you guys. Excuse me. So how many of you are aware of Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 in the U.S. Constitution? It outlines the appointment of representatives and direct taxes among the states based on their respective populations. It specifies that the population count for this purpose includes free persons, those bound to service for a term of years, and 3/5 of all other persons. We're not supposed to be taxed. Taxation without representation. And I've been saying this, when I bought this phone and that tablet, I didn't pay taxes. They made a phone call. Somebody remembered, or they were getting ready to retire, but we still have a system of dumbasses, who think that they could tax individuals or they can threaten people. I'm not a fucking citizen. I'm sovereign to the land, not based on the ideology of law. You have a lot of foreigners because of fiat, and they think they're smart, who have went off to go to schools and be pushed through. As y'all know, in the last few years, you heard about all the Chinese and Hindus who paid for their degrees, and they've been performing duties in high pointed areas, and there's no time that they earn those other than cheating and buying their degree. A plethora. How about before the last 10 to 15 years, where were these Hindus? I asked y'all to watch that cartoon to prove to you that they're not Indians. I stated when they changed that variable. So whenever I meet these Hindus and they say they're Indian, I tell them bullshit. Bullshit? Bullshit. You know, the little video meme. And some get bothered, but many don't, because they know it to be a fact. And who's behind it? Well, I asked y'all to study the Theosophical, Helena Blavatsky, and all the other individuals, the Theosophy, the Zionism, Talmudism, and see the relationship between the Mongolization. And when you think about, and this is what bothers me about the Hebrew movement, because it's a movement. You know, they need to go in the bathroom and release all that. But the Caucasus Mountains alludes to the fact of, how do they put it? Cavemen, Neanderthal. Gog, Magog. I mean, who else? And the fact that we have a problem with keeping our little tallywhacker in the proper place. Well, we don't really have small tallywhackers, but you know what I'm saying. I'm only putting this out there, not to prevent you, to have you further look at it. Educational purposes always. I'm sharing it from sources and references. This is just regular. I didn't use my other nets. This is all just Google. This is Google. Googly eyes. Pull it up, have a look, and don't just go on when like the things I stated. I'm not saying they're factual. I'm saying based on what I've come to learn. Doesn't mean it's the total answer. I could be wrong. You individuals need to make the choices and determine what is wrong, what is factual, and what's not, and what's right. You dig what I'm saying? They can manipulate this all day. They could bring a million mofos back to back and manipulate. It just shows you that there's cowardice. That's what it is. You can't get a mind that doesn't think right. Now, you could train up the body and people to perform a certain way that is bastardly and dastardly and chaotically. But you cannot get a mind that doesn't know what right is to perform righteous, especially if they're loyal to an act upon something that goes against everything in existence. All of a sudden, we're finding out about 10 to 20 animals that they say were extinct exist. What game is that? You know what I mean? Yo, Harry and Margaret Dubs, what's going on? Olmec, anybody else come in? I guess the women are too busy. I really want y'all to have a look at these few things and see what you circumvent, what you pull up, all right? Now I'm gonna sign off because I gotta get some garbage bags. I'm not saying anything I'm saying is facts. What I am saying, though, that AAP and all that bullshit and melanin harvesting, if you think they haven't gotten to a certain place with that, well, they want to chip. They've succeeded in a lot of things, and how did they accomplish it? Some might think, well, the melanin from animals. First of all, the chimpanzee, the monkey, it's white. Well, light skin. It is not black or melanated. Not in no way, shape, or form. I could go on and on and on, but I'm not here to do that. I don't want to create disruption or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the scented big bags. No, it's garbage. No need to pay for scented. It's garbage to go and to the dump site and get burnt up or whatever they're going to do with it. No, it's just get regular old hefty, work bags. So I'm gonna get a box and we're gonna bag up a lot of crap stuff that I'm not gonna ever use again and throw it away. No look back at it. Get everything read and prepped. And now I want to go ahead and I want to start enclosing this, getting the installation and stuff. I'm gonna have to go to Sierra Vista. I don't really have enough, so like I said, I appreciate y'all's donations. You guys, it's not a lot, but every little bit it counts, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna go get this stuff, and I'll see you guys here shortly. I might while traveling, I may go live and just there's other things I would like to discuss when you think about it, and how we can stay away from being manipulative or manipulated. I'm still kind of tired, but anyway, I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's always going to be the same. All right? Get you guys in a little bit. Like, what you said, what was that? I might have some text message if needed. Oh, what is that? Oh, I'm gonna hit you up here, man. I'm about to head out. So I'm gonna hit you in a minute, okay? Also, talk to you guys.